Hello. Well, Jamieson-Folland here in very beautiful Mexico, a place called San Aviv. And I have been doing my best to figure out how to do Facebook Live so I can do a live with Fi. And for some reason it's not behaving. So here is a recording that I'm doing right now as if it were the Alive with Fi. So sorry that I'm not here live with you, but for all intents and purposes, for those of you who tune in and have a listen to the recording afterwards anyway, it's as good as. So I shall make it snappy, and therefore it'll be easier to upload. So this week's topic, as you may already know, is nature's best kept brain boosting secret. It seems to be a secret in terms of how many of us have known about, how much many of us have actually known about this. I need to just show you what I'm looking at. This view is beautiful. Look at that sea. Isn't it glorious? We're on the edge of a cliff here, and it's a stunner. A stunning day too. Every day seems to be stunning. It would be good if I had like a little option to flip the camera, but it's not there on this. But anyway, but you know what I'm looking at, which is great. So the secret's out now, that this is what makes up 85% of our brains, this substance, and it's the item that we need to be on our games to make sure, or the substance in our bodies that we need to be on our game to make sure we sustain good levels of on a consistent basis. And this is good old H2O, so it's water. And when I'm referring to water, I'm not meaning fizzy drinks or coffee or tea or alcohol, quick drink. It is nature's own, so it's clean filtered water, plain. And it can have a bit of fizz in it, but not all the water we're drinking to have fizz in it. And obviously that means not soda with added sweeteners and colourings and whatnot. So it's good old plain old-fashioned water. And that's what helps us to keep optimally hydrated, and super important for our brain. And when it comes to focus, this means that what's been found is lower levels of hydration in the brain tissue can lead to things like a lack of ability to concentrate on tasks, handle day-to-day stuff that comes up, ability to remember, fuzzy head, headaches, irritability, all of those things. And we cover that in the blog, so it's all there and in the vlog. If you're wanting to kind of go over this material afterwards as well, you're welcome. And the other thing to bear in mind with this is that sometimes we can feel like we're really hungry, and in fact what we are is we're thirsty. Now I don't mean, when it's mealtime and when, it's been a full day and we're ready to sit down and have a meal. I'm talking about kind of that snacky feeling that we get. And so as and when that happens, one thing that I've done that seems to work very well, and I've often been really surprised, it's like, oh, I didn't realise I was thirsty, is to have a big glass of water and see what happens. And oftentimes I'm actually not peckish anymore. So that's one to keep up your sleeve. So I'm curious to hear, what's been your experience with making sure that you're keeping your water intake up? Has it made a difference for you with any other areas of your health besides obviously knowing that we need to keep our water up? I'd love to hear from you. And a couple of things to bear in mind is that if we've had lots of salty food or sweet food, or it's a really hot day, or we've been in aircon on that hot day, or it's a cold day and we've been in heating, all of these things can dehydrate our body, or we've exercised a lot. So bear that in mind. And up that water. And it's around 1.5 to 2 litres of water. Obviously we need to go with our body as a guide. We're not like a plumbing system to flush out. So yeah, those are the guidelines. I would love to hear from you. Keep sharing your sunshine. And if you found this useful, sometimes it can be valuable to share information with people we know, those we love. Maybe it's someone we've come across who's had a challenge with dehydration or whatever the topic. And sharing information can actually make all the difference, because sometimes it's not possible for us to be mentioning it ourselves personally, but when it comes from someone else, it can make the difference. So keep sharing your sunshine. And if, like I say, if you found this valuable, or you know of somebody who might be able to benefit, please do share. And I look forward to seeing you next week and hearing from those of you who love to stay in touch in the meantime. I love having you all to myself, even though this time it's my video, and I trust I've figured it out for next one. Ciao for now.